that is close to your heart in the chat box. We would love to connect with all of you. Also, to our viewers on Facebook, please do put in which city you have joined in from. Also, do like our Facebook page, Glyphs Create, Connect, Express. We shall start in just a short while. Hello and a very good evening to all our viewers from across the globe. Stay tuned as we show you two unique sides of sound. One by our guest who enhances the sound by her recording skills, and the other who enhances this sound by his accordion skills. Audience, we shall be recording this episode for quality purposes. Glyphs essentially means the representation of a character. And what better way there is to identify what a person truly is than to observe what he loves from within him. That's why the name Glyphs. It also stands for being a symbol that represents something beyond the face value. The three symbols or three glyphs that you saw in the logo represent what the concept is all about. They stand for Create, Connect, Express, or CCE. Like we all know, hashtag Passion Matters. Glyphs is a channel where you indulge in to identify the passion created within you, connect with each other, and openly and ingenuously express your thoughts and passions. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of like-minded people who share a common drive for passion. Passion is the force that motivates you to achieve success and happiness to build a better life. It is something that allows you to be inherently yourself. Your passion could be singing, photography, painting, playing an instrument, or even something as different as collecting items, cycling, or dramatics. This might be something that you are not necessarily doing as your work. In fact, it is better if you have a passion that helps you unwind and enjoy your own company. The Glyphs community is meant to encourage us to keep pursuing our passions. It is a global community who see, learn, and appreciate the things that we do. It is also an avenue where you can showcase your own passion and also be inspired to explore a new passion. You know you got it. We know you got it. Now let the world know you got it. And that's exactly what we are here to do. Create, connect, express. And so again, good evening and welcome back to yet another innovative evening on Glyphs CCE. On behalf of Team Glyphs, we wish all our viewers a very happy Friendship Day. Our past performer Ashay always says, your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. And audience, on this Friendships Day, gather the courage and display your passion. Your friends at Glyphs are waiting. I am your host, Kavita Avasthi, and I welcome all of you to the 30th episode of this wonderful channel, where we showcase your passion. Today, we shall be talking to our guests, Archana, who is a sound recordist, and Chandu Kai, who is an accordion player. Audience, keep the chat box alive with your comments and appreciation. And to the viewers on Facebook, we are listening to you too. So please feel free to put your comments on our Facebook page, which is live right now. They say sound is the vocabulary of nature. And when this sound is enhanced by a sound recordist, the beauty of everything in nature too becomes more beautiful. Archana Masavde Kher, a sound recordist who specializes in enhancing the sound with special effects to create some amazing tracks. With a father, an encyclopedia in music, and a mother, a classical singer, she grew up in a household listening to old Hindi music. And though she is an electronics engineer, she has been pursuing her passion of sound engineering since the year 2003. So Archana, we would love to know, how did you learn this art of sound recording and how did this become your passion?
Firstly, thank you. Thank you for the very sweet and warm welcome. And I would love to wish all our viewers a very happy Friendships Day. Well, as you just mentioned, Kavita, that my mother, Mrs. Vidya Masaude, she was a classical singer. And my father, Mr. Suresh Masaude, he too was an electronics engineer and an ardent fan of Hindi old music, you know, all the old melodies. It so happened that because of both of them, we had a lot of music playing in the family. And I grew up listening to a lot of music. So my childhood was a beautiful musical journey. And this also developed a very good musical ear. And definitely, as our show says, passion for music. So this is how actually music, the complete family background helped me into getting into this field. So what happened was I completed my diploma in electronics and telecommunication. And after completing my engineering, I was looking out for a job. One day, my father just happened to mention that one of his friends, Mr. Pramod Sandorkar, he had already set up a studio in Pune. And that somehow just rang a bell. And I thought that why not ask Mr. Sandorkar if I could assist him in the studio, since I had a musical background. So my dad and I met him, and Mr. Sandorkar he happily accepted my request and told me that I could assist Mr. Nitin Joshi, who was the chief engineer in that particular studio, Studio Sound Ideas, which was set up in 2003. And I met Mr. Nitin Joshi too, and that's how I started working with him, and I started assisting Mr. Nitin. And my journey began, and I entered into this field, and rest is history.
So with this, of course, audience, Archana is going to explain what a sound recording expert actually does. We are going to hear the audio of the raw song and then the final mixed track. So Archana, over to you for that track.
Sure.
सागर आवडतो मज अफाट सागर अथांग पाणी निळे निळ्या जांभळ्या जळात केशर सायंकाळी मिळे भेस फुलांचे सफेद शिंपित वाटेवरती सडे हजार लाटा नाचत येतात किनाऱ्याकडे
Let's listen to the other side.
आवडतो मजा अफाट सागर आवडतो मज अफाट सागर अथांग पाणी निळे निळ्या जांभळ्या जळात केशर सायंकाळी मिळे भेस फुलांचे सफेद शिंपित वाटेवरती सडे हजार लाटा नाचत येतात किनाऱ्याकडे
Yes, Archana. So maybe you can explain
Okay.
what we just heard in the video.
Definitely. Okay, now there's a major difference between the two tracks. I think if our audience, if they've noticed the difference, I would like to mention what the difference is. In the first track, it was the way we record all the instruments. It was at the same level, so it wasn't a mixed track. So we hadn't. It had a completely dead sound. You know, if you just stop in the middle, you will not listen to any of the effects or nothing. It's just dry. All the instruments were completely dry without any effects. In the second track, if you all have noticed, there was a proper level of all the instruments compared to the voice and compared to the requirement of the song. All the instruments were leveled at such volume that it would sound pleasant to your ears. So the engineer's job is of course, to record all the instruments and take in the best tone of the instrument. At the same time, after recording, the engineer needs to mix that whole song. So what the mixing procedure involves is leveling all the instruments and adding beautiful effects and beautifying the song in such a way that the outcome of the song is extremely pleasant to your ears. So effects, I can explain the effects like reverb, delay. Delay is something you listen to the repetitions of your voice. If you go to an echo point and if you just shout out your name, you get to listen to the repetitions of your name. So that is the delay, which is added to the voice or any melody instrument. Second is the reverb. When can you listen to a reverb? If you're in an empty room and if you just start singing, you get those reverberated sound. And that is a reverb effect. So all these effects are added to the song and to the required instruments. And this is the way a song is mixed by even adjusting the levels of each instrument and adding the effects, the required effects depending on the requirement of the song. And then our audience gets to listen to all these beautiful songs that we play.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes, sometimes when we listen to the songs, we don't even realize the kind of efforts that
Yes.
go behind. Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Thank you for making us aware of these things. Maybe next time we listen to a song with these effects, we will know what is the kind of effort that goes into it.
Definitely.
So yes, to the audience, now let's try to find some more lesser known facts about the world of recording. It's time for what we call the Glyphs quiz. Audience, I shall be asking you a couple of questions. I want you to put the answers in the chat box. So for the first question of the day, the reproductions of everyday sound effects are used to enhance the quality of audio and sometimes video too. For example, sounds like breaking of the glass or footsteps or squeaking doors, etc. What is this effect called? The reproduction of using the sound effect to enhance the quality. What is this effect called? Wow, Amit, yes, that was instant. It is called the Foley effect. Yes, it is named after the sound effect artist, Jack Foley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
For the second question, there are special techniques of overdubbing where a singer records his or her voice twice, attempting to sing exactly the same thing both the times to produce a thicker sound. What is this technique called? The technique of singing the same song twice. Yes, that is right. The short form is DT. It is called double tracking. We have an answer from Shantanu. Yes, that's right. So it is called double tracking or dual tracking, DT. It's an old technique which the Beatles also used in their recordings during the 1960s. Yes. And the third question, the first Indian film whose soundtrack, which included Western classical music also, was recorded at the Sony Scoring Stage in Hollywood, California. Which movie was this? It was the first Indian film that did this. I'm going to give you a hint here. It was a Marathi movie which was released. Of course, yes, Amit, you didn't need that hint. Yes, it was the Marathi movie Sairat, which was released in 2016. It won the National Award also that year. In fact, it is known as the highest grossing Marathi movie of all times, which received 11 Marathi Filmfare Awards. Thank you to the audience for all your wonderful and prompt answers. So Archana, moving back to you. Archana was the first lady to have got into this field of sound recording. So tell us, what were some exciting or hilarious your behind the scene experiences? We would love you to share that with our audience.
Oh, yes. I have had some real beautiful experience in this journey. And I thank all my composers, all my co-workers, and everybody. I take this opportunity actually to thank everybody for being such great people to work with. I've had every person, every field has every person has some different experiences in their lives. So even I've had a few of them. I would like to share one or two experiences maybe. One is really cute, I should say, and the other one was it made me actually feel that okay, your the approach of any artist can change to some extent, after you kind of develop, or rather, what can I say, because as an assistant sound engineer to a chief, to working as a chief engineer, that change can bring a change in people's attitude also. Small story I would like to narrate. It was a time when I had to record one of the senior singers, and she happened to come to the studio for the recording. And that time I was assisting Mr. Nitin Joshi. So when she entered the studio, she realized that Mr. Nitin was just about to leave the studio for some work. So she just asked him that, "Oh, Nitin, aren't you going to record my voice?" So Mr. Nitin was like, "No, I need to leave for an urgent recording, for some urgent work. So Archana will be doing your working for you, and she will be recording your voice." So there was a little disappointment in her approach. So I realized that she was not very happy to, getting her voice recorded from an assistant engineer. So, but Mr. Nitin assured her that, I would be doing a good job and no need to worry about it. So I recorded her voice, and the whole process went on very smoothly. And the reaction that I got after recording her voice was, again, it was a very pleasant reaction from her. So it was nice to know that she actually liked my work. Second, the same thing happened after a few years. when I became a chief engineer in one of the studios in Pune, that was Dawn Studios. It so happened that it was the same person. I had to record the same person, but that time it was me who was supposed to go out, and I couldn't be recording her voice. So I had somebody else appointed as a recordist. She came to the studio and she saw me leaving the studio, and it was the same question. Archana, who's going to record my voice now? So I was like, Mr. So and so will be recording your voice. Don't worry, he'll be doing a good job. Oh my God, don't tell me, won't you be recording my voice? So I was like, okay, just a few years back, it was me facing the same situation. And now as a chief engineer, the difference, I could notice a difference in her nature. But these things even help to develop a good rapport amongst the great legendary artists also. And even they gradually realize that, okay, assistants and chief engineers, there's not much difference. Of course, your work needs to speak for it. So that's how that was one of the incidences. If I can share another very sweet incident,
Yes.
I would like to mention. What happened was, when I was working as an assistant, I got an opportunity to work with a very beautiful and the most talented actress of our industry. That is Mrs. Meenakshi Sheshadri. So we had a recording session. She had come down to Pune and she was recording for an album. And it so happened that the whole day, both of us were recording. And after the recording, she had a dance practice session. While leaving, she was like, she used to travel by rig or something, because then we didn't have the cab services. So it was so that when she was like, I will be catching a rig and going for the practice. So I waited till she got one. But unfortunately, we couldn't find a rig to where she wanted to go. And what came next was quite a surprise. She asked me whether I could drop her. So I was like, fine, I can drop you. But as like any other common person, I had a doubt whether she would be. I had a scooty then, because I told her that, ma'am, I don't have a four-wheeler. I have a two-wheeler. She was like, that doesn't matter. And I was like, but I have a scooty. So she was like, that even doesn't matter. It's fine, absolutely, as long as you take me to the destination. What I would like to tell, she actually put her luggage, whatever, she actually had luggage with her. She put her luggage on my scooty. She got herself settled on my scooty. And both of us traveled almost 3 kilometers on my scooty. So that is the ride which I'll never, ever